Okay, today I got a special package because most of the things that I unbox are usually toys that already exist. That's why at my company, I strive and try my hardest to make up new things. Usually people will send me toys from new companies and they're like slightly clones of other things. This is super original. This is from Jiminitrek and they're called Lode Stones. But I need to open this package. Alright, let's see what these things are like. Ooh. Oh, what is this? A little extra gift? A little note from the maker. Oh, well, he gave me... I got 2 sets. Thanks, man. I ordered these. They're way heavier than I thought. Wow, these are strong magnets. Okay, so what makes this interesting and what caught my eye about it is that it is a square, essentially. It's got a marble in the center, so if you want to, it can be a spinner. But the magnets in each corner pivot like coins, and it is so trippy. Especially when 2 of them are together. This is a magnificent magnificent idea, man. The fact that you made kitchen magnets is so cool. That I like those. That's really cool. So this is a loose fit marble. This one must be the tight, which it still spins. They're hefty. For the size they are, they're pretty heavy. I thought these were going to be light because of the 3D printing, but he's using some heavy duty magnets. Now, these are a fidget toy at first glance, but I've seen videos of just these are pretty trippy. The magnets are very strong. Almost like it makes it a little bit hard to play with. Because when they're on there, they're on there. And especially when all 4 are on, it's hard to get them off. When it's just 1 or 2, you can kind of push them off. Ooh, you can push it off. But when you get it face to face like that, it's strong. Here's a different set, black and gray. Let's see how this marble is. That sounds cool. Well, clearly I need to play with these and get used to them. I figured I could be really good right off the bat. Just first impressions, I would say that the magnets are like too strong for what this is. If you're just fidgeting and want something to grind up and mash it, then maybe, but I think if it was toned down on the magnetism, you might be able to like, well, that worked. I'm not sure now, because if you have 2 and you can sling one off, it still just feels kind of strong, you know? That's so crazy. I'm zoning out. This is what happens when a toy is like interesting. Like I should be talking because it's an unbox, but I'm just totally zoning out playing with this. It's like you can feel the magnet force, and if you break away from it, it spins. But it spins the other one that I'm not even touching, which is crazy. It's a trippy toy. I think because I'm zoning out right now, I'm going to play with these for a little bit and try to make an edit, hopefully. I'm hoping I can do that. This is a new toy, and it's very alien. What I like about it is because it's a new concept, and not only that, it's just so different. Like the fact that you can pull this away and this one up here twist, and that one too, like that is, it's so alien. It's one of these toys where while you're messing with it, it can probably do things you weren't expecting. So it's almost like it's an alive creature. You know what I mean? It's going to have a brain of its own because of the magnets. It's going to pull places you probably weren't expecting. But these are very interesting, man. It's almost like little manta rays. Like sometimes it looks like a manta ray. And it's just such a trip playing with something like this. It's refreshing because it's different. So I'm basically going to have to play with these for a little bit, see what kind of clips and moves I can come up with, or just freestyle with them and make a short little video of it. But I really like these so far. They're built really well. I'm not too sure what they're pivoting on. I don't know if it's plastic or if it's a metal rod. It looks like it may just be 3D printed. So I think you probably have to be careful dropping these things. Just like some of the products I make, when you get tiny, sometimes things can pop out if you drop it, and these are pretty heavy, so not a bad thing. It's just you got to be cautious when playing with a toy like this. So I'm going to play with these and see what I can come up with. But there is this thing, and I'm going to have to text Jimini to see if I can show this or not. Oh, okay, I thought he was sending me a new toy that he had made. Oh, whoa. They're UV. That's sick. That's sick. You didn't have to send me a flashlight. I've got some of these, but I appreciate it. I could always use an extra one. That's really cool, and I like that it's two-tone, or is it? Yeah, two-tone. Okay, I'm back at the roller rink as a kid with these. That's awesome. I was wondering why they were colored that way. It's like, oh, you know, an interesting choice, like almost like a gray. But I see it now. It's the glow filament. These are really cool. I like this. I bet these are sick under a constant black light. So yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with these, see if I can figure anything out. I don't want to just zone out on camera and bore all y'all, so I'm just gonna cut to the edit, and then after the edit, I'll give more details on it after I've played with it for a while. I've been playing with these all night, and they're pretty tough, to be honest with you. It's not something that I'm picking up very quickly, but it's also pretty strange in how it acts. Sometimes the magnets propel each other, sometimes they snap together, so controlling it can be a little bit erratic. There's start moves, you know, like you can push them apart, break them apart, but there's not like really an end move unless you hold it like that, or you're doing some moves and it ends like that. But once it gets here, you're stuck. The combo's done, because it's really hard to get it out of that spot, especially with one hand. Like, it's hard to separate them because the magnets are so strong. So you don't want to fall to the whatever this is called. You don't want it to be clicking to itself fully. You kind of always want it in this position. If you hit it just right on these corners, you can flip sides. So if you push here, but you're angling it from this corner to that corner, it switches. If you push it out and then like rotate it, it can snap onto the other side. There are ways to snap it off from the top, and I've done it by accident where it almost rolls like this. It's hard to do right now because the magnets are trying to click with each other, but it rolls off here, almost gets here, goes down, and here. So it's like a trickle down move where the top magnet clicks to the bottom, which is pretty cool. Haven't figured out how to do that on purpose though. They're way heavier than you'd expect, so when you're playing with them and you drop it too hard, the magnets are strong, but because they're heavy, sometimes they can pull off and drop. So I'm kind of struggling learning it because it's different. It's a way different type of toy and style of toy. As a fidget, it's amazing, but like control tricks on purpose is going to take some time, I feel like, to like really understand how not to get into this. There are some repeaters I found and different moves that I found that you can repeat on purpose, but in general it's kind of like an exploration type of toy where you're kind of just fiddling with it and seeing what happens and where it goes, how it moves. But I do drop it a lot, and these things can pop out. So this is just 3D printed with like pins, but if it pops out, you can just snap it back in. Now, things really changed when I put 3 together. That's when things got like interesting, more so in the like seeing what it does as a creature. But it's funny because by themselves as a set, I was saying that the magnets are a bit too strong. But if they're together as 3, the magnets aren't strong enough. Because if these two get together and this one's falling from up here, the weight of both of these is so heavy that it just pulls and disconnects the magnets. But there is a lot of cool things that happen when you play with 3. It's kind of like one of those toys where you can just keep adding them if you want to. Endlessly. You could have 100 of these and just smash them together. As a fidget, like with 2 hands, it is fun to play with the magnets and how they move, and you can feel them, and it does interesting things like that. Just that maneuver is pretty cool. There's things like I was discovering if you do this. It's not really impressive or anything, just interesting. I thought maybe these could spin, and they do, but like when you're playing with it, you can't really spin it like I'm trying to do. There was a moment where I was trying to get into like tricks where you can flick it, because there are moves and there are setups where you can basically get to where you can flick it to spin it, but the magnets are so strong it doesn't really let it spin, or it falls off. They're pretty durable for what they are. It's just crazy how much weight they have for the size and what they're made of. So yeah, LodeStones are very cool. It's very refreshing to see someone else make a new toy, like actually a new toy, because this is nothing like anything else really out there. It's more like a weird board game piece than a skill toy. I've seen board game pieces are like building toys that are more similar to this, but this is made with fidgeting and skill toy tricks in mind. So it's just different, and it's cool to see that there's people out there who are still thinking of things that haven't been thought of. I have so many toys that are in the works myself for my company. I have tons that I'm still developing, and it's nice to see that this is nowhere close to anything in the hundreds of toys that I've been making. And I've told Jiminy that, like, most people just make a copy and paste clone of a toy, or just straight up clone a toy that's already existing. Not many people are out there making a brand new toy, and he wins for this one. It's very interesting, it's very cool. I think personally, for me, I would probably want to play with 2 marbles, because if they ever did get stuck in the position that you can't get them out, you can always get your thumb in between there, and it's like an easy pop off. So I just think having 2 marbles inside of it, see, I drop them all the time. Like, it's one of those toys where it's a little difficult to do, quite honestly. Because you want to play with it where you're like letting the magnets grab it. So you're doing a lot of tricks where you like drop it, or just hope it does what it's supposed to. Sorry, I was just zoning out playing with it again. Yeah, I think the double marble makes it to where it's less likely to click together and you're kind of get into a stuck position, so you can always, you know, find your way out with 2 marble sets. Where you go, uh-oh. Where if you get stuck here, you just split it apart. Just like that, like it's never gonna get stuck like it would here, where you can't really, where it's harder to push apart with your hand. But yeah, I recommend checking this store out. He just started making and selling these. I believe he's got a patent on it, which is good work. He didn't show it to anyone before he did that, and that's how you're supposed to do it. It's a very interesting toy. I apologize to anybody who was watching this and was wanting me to do cooler stuff. It's a little difficult, and it's an alien-esque toy, so I'm still gonna have to like probably fidget with this a lot to figure out moves and get the hang of it. But it's really cool. I can see the potential in this. As a skill toy, it's gonna take some training, but as a fidget, it's just one of those things where if you just wanna push these together and play with magnets and feel magnets, it's really cool for that. As a skill toy, definitely yes, it is a skill toy, but it's going to take some finessing to get the hang of it. Go check out Lode Stones by Jiminitrek. It's a really refreshing idea. I think he did a pretty good job, and I believe he's got some more interesting things coming down the pipeline, so we'll have to see. Thanks for watching.